My beloved child, in the sacred realm where light never fades and holiness radiates in every direction, two of my angels are whispering tenderly about you. They are not speaking of what you have seen or already known, but of what is quietly unfolding within your body, things yet unknown to you. They are speaking of your skin, of your outward form that now bears a divine marking from heaven. They behold what your eyes have yet to see. Within every cell, every fiber of your being, a sacred transformation is taking place, excellent, profound, and infused with a message from me that you are entering a new season, a season of consecration and preparation. I do not want you to be caught off guard by this coming shift. What transpires in the heavenly realms is never disconnected from your present reality. Every change occurring within you carries meaning, and for this reason, I want you to understand why the angels are speaking about your skina detail that may seem ordinary but carries the announcement of a new chapter being unveiled. They know that you are about to step into a crucial phase of your destiny, a place where you must be covered not with garments made of earthly fabric, but with a cloak woven from the very light that emanates from my throne. It is protection from heaven, wrapping you in grace, clothing you in a holy layer reserved only for those I call my own. Let this be engraved deeply in your heart. I never do anything without purpose. Every transformation in your life, no matter how small, is part of a far greater plan, and the change upon your skin, though it may surprise you, is not merely a biological occurrence. It is a sacred language, a way I am speaking into the earth, declaring, "This one is set apart by me." No words are needed. No signpost is required. Your very body will reflect my decree that you have been marked, called out from the crowd, and placed on a path that defies human comprehension. Understand, my child, that this transformation is not simply an external phenomenon. It is merely the surface of a deeper work I am doing within you. It is the echo of an internal metamorphosis. As your soul becomes more tender, as your heart opens wider to receive from heaven, as your spirit grows more attuned to my presence, each change in you is the result of light saturating your being, as if an old garment is being stripped away so that you may be clothed in a new identity, one that is completely different. Completely mine. I know this may bewilder you. You may have questions that stir within you, but I do not reveal this to frighten you. I tell you so that your heart may be prepared, so you may walk forward in peace, and not be swayed by the reactions of the world. There will be curious glances. There will be questions without answers. There will be those who cannot comprehend what is happening to you. But do not be shaken. I am the one who called you, and I am the one who will sustain you through every transformation. Do not resist the change. Do not attempt to conceal what I am doing. Embrace it with gratitude as a sign of my nearness, as a testimony that you are drawing closer to the true destiny I ordained for you from the very beginning. What you are going through is not a coincidence. Heaven not only sees it, but is closely watching over it. My angels are not merely speaking of you. They have been sent to guard you, to protect you, and to guide you through every transition. They understand that the outward changes in you are speaking of something far deeper taking place within. They know that I am writing a new chapter in your life, a chapter of unveiling, of sanctification, of advancement that can no longer be delayed. My child, do not underestimate what is happening. These changes, though quiet, carry the weight of a mighty proclamation. Every movement within you is a step closer to wholeness, and every reaction in your body is in harmony with a miracle that is being birthed in your soul. I am preparing you, clothing you with a new mantle of glory, transforming you, not so you may live for yourself, but that you may become a light in a world that has lost its way. So, my beloved, keep your heart at peace. Let me continue working within you. Unhindered by fear or doubt, trust the process, for it is born from my eternal wisdom. Walk, even when you do not understand, because I understand. Stand firm, even when others cannot comprehend you, for I know you fully. And remember, never do I begin a work in you without also providing everything needed to sustain you through the changes. My angels are still surrounding you. My light is still covering you, and my love has never changed. My child, the angels assigned to guard your soul and calling speak among themselves daily. They do not speak out of worry, but because they are aligning all things perfectly according to the timing I have appointed. They clearly see the greatness you have yet to grasp, and they cherish every unfolding transformation taking place within you. Know this, your skin-the outer covering that seems so ordinary when you look into the mirror is now carrying within it a divine purpose from me. It is no longer just a physical shield, no longer merely the boundary between you and the world around you. It has become a sacred veil, a living symbol of my presence and the profound work I am doing inside you. I am touching every cell knot to alter your appearance, but to reflect outwardly a transformation that begins from within, a process of recreation born of my very breath. Just as trees must shed their old leaves to sprout new life in a new season, I am allowing your skin to bear witness to another beginning, a beginning that is holy and set apart. Every small change in your body is no longer random. It is my way of declaring to the world, this one is stepping into a new season, a season in which all that is old is slowly being replaced with life flowing from the sacred source. What is happening inside you, deep in the realm of your spirit, is being healed, awakened, and sanctified by me on now. Even your body is speaking of it, in a silent language that carries undeniable power. Let me say it again. Do not take lightly the transformation you are experiencing. It is merely the visible crest of a river of grace surging within you. I am not only renewing the way you see life, but I am also causing the world to look at you through a completely different lens. You no longer belong to what is outdated. You are now bearing a new image I have woven with my own hands. The image of a child who has been sanctified, set apart, and entrusted with a sacred mission that only you can fulfill. And from that very skin of yours, I will radiate my light to let the world know that you are mine. I know the world will look on and marvel. They will not fully understand why such a simple outer change could carry such a profound sense of difference. But I want you to know this beforehand, so that you are not surprised, not confused, and certainly not afraid. For the distinction in you is the evidence of my presence. You are carrying a light that not everyone can understand, but no one will be able to deny. My beloved child, I have ordained this moment long ago. Every transformation occurring within your body is a sacred reminder that you are being prepared for a new level in your divine calling. There are doors that only open when you are strong enough to enter, and there are roles that are only entrusted when one bears the mark of consecration. You are no longer who you once were. Every layer of your being that is being renewed stands as a living testimony to this truth. My angels know well that the mission ahead of you will require an invisible shield, not woven by human hands but bestowed from heaven. Your renewed skin is not merely a physical protection. It carries within it a sanctification. It is a garment that confirms you have walked through the fire of trials and now wear the radiance of the Creator upon you. My child, you may begin to sense something unusual. Perhaps the light upon your face will grow more visible, or your sensitivity to the environment around you will heighten beyond what you've ever known. Do not be afraid. This is evidence that I am touching you. I am marking you with an imprint that no one can erase. The world may give it names, but I call it consecration. As your skin begins to reflect the light of heaven, remember that your heart must also remain pure. Walk in humility. For the glory I have placed upon you is not for pride, but for service. Those who witness the transformation in you will be drawn, but it is your character and your pure heart that will anchor them to me. Receive this transformation with deep gratitude. It is confirmation that you are in the right place at the appointed time I have set. I am not merely renewing your skin, I am renewing you from the inside out. What once caused you shame, I will now use as a testimony of my power. What was once rejected, I will now cause to shine, and every eye will see that you are my chosen one. Live with the awareness that your body is now a living proof of divine intervention. Walk with boldness, for my hand upholds you. Live with reverence, for you now carry the mark of the Almighty within you. And always remind yourself that you are never alone in this journey, for I am with you. And heaven is backing you with all its power and boundless love. My beloved, heaven is not silent concerning you. Every shift within you is carefully noted. Every new sign appearing in your body is watched with tender eyes by my angels. They are not merely observing, they are actively preparing, planning, and protecting you through the transformation that has begun. They have already seen how this change will unfold both physically and spiritually, and they continue to confer about the best ways to surround, strengthen, and guide you through each stage of this divine transition. Much is still veiled. Many facets remain hidden, waiting for the appointed time to be revealed. But today, I send you this word so that you will not be caught off guard, but that your heart may be ready to receive what is coming. This is not just a mere change, it is a part of a far greater plan. A plan I, the one who created you, have prepared since the foundation of time. Do not let your heart be troubled. This transformation is a living testimony of the profound love I have for you. It is heaven's confirmation that you have been chosen not by chance, but by a sacred and noble intention. Though people may not yet understand, and though their outward gaze may carry questions or doubts, the angels know the truth well. They see the divine energy moving powerfully within you, preparing you for the days when you will walk with a new stature, carrying a light the world may not easily accept, but cannot deny. My beloved child, the change in your skin is a part of that process. It is not merely an alteration in appearance, but a mirror reflecting the deep shifts taking place within your soul. The angels do not speak of it out of fear, but out of deep affection for you. They warn you not so you become afraid, but so you are not confused when the world reacts, when the stares come, or when sarcastic words or cold indifference arise from those who do not perceive the sacred work unfolding. But do not let fear take hold of you. For I am near, so near that I am present in every breath you take, in every gentle breeze that brushes against your skin, in the peaceful gaze of those I have sent to walk alongside you. Stand firm in faith, for every movement in your life is held securely in my hands. Nothing is wasted. No moment is meaningless. Every change, no matter how small, carries within it a portion of heaven's design. Your skin, the surface visible to others, is now beginning to bear a new sign, a mark of consecration, of sanctification, of belonging to me. The angels emphasize this because they understand well, skin is not merely a protective covering of the body. It is the first layer that meets the world. It is what people see and use to draw conclusions. But the angels also know that what matters most is not the outward appearance, but the transformation taking place deep within your soul. Every cell, every breath, every heartbeat within you is now responding to my call, resonating with the rhythm of heaven. I know there will be those who do not understand. There will be whispers. There will be glances laced with suspicion. But you must not be swept away by that wave of doubt. You are not required to explain yourself to everyone. You only need to hold fast to what I have sown in your heart. My angels will uphold you. They will shield you from toxic words and cold stares. They will remind you that you were not born to please man, but to fulfill the purpose I have entrusted to you. Remember this, my child, I have never taken my eyes off you, and I will never abandon you, not even for a moment. In every stage of this transformation, even when you do not yet fully understand, I am strengthening you. I am fortifying your foundations from within. The confusion in the eyes of the world is only a natural response to a divine shift they cannot comprehend through human wisdom. But to heaven, it is a familiar sight when one of my children steps into a new season, receives a fresh anointing, and bears a renewed image. My child, do not underestimate what I am doing. Your outer appearance may be changing, but it is because your inner being is being recreated. When your skin begins to reflect a peculiar light, it is a sign that your soul has entered more deeply into the sacred realm I have appointed for you. The world may be confused, but heaven rejoices in song. You are not alone. I know what is coming. I have gone ahead of you to prepare the way. My angels will not depart from your side, and I myself will be your refuge, your solid rock, your safe dwelling when you need shelter. What you need most right now is to keep walking in unwavering faith. Guard your heart with purity and keep your eyes fixed on me. For the moment the world begins to notice something different in you is also the moment I begin to reveal what I have long hidden and nurtured deep within you. This is the appointed time for you to rise in holiness, in distinction, and in the radiant beauty that comes from me alone. My beloved child, this is the time for you to stand up, no longer held captive by fear or doubt. It is I who set your feet upon this journey, and it is I who will lead you faithfully to its completion. You did not choose this path for yourself, but you responded to the divine call. And now, you are stepping into a season that was prepared specifically for you since before the foundations of the world were laid. My child, I know there will be moments when your heart wavers. I fully understand the inner conflict you feel, the pull between your desire to walk by faith and the longing to be understood by others. But, my dear one, I did not call you so that people would applaud you. I called you to live according to the standard of heaven. I called you to be a living sign of what the natural eye cannot see. The angels have spoken of you with reverence and tenderness. They do not merely see your outward beauty, they see the depths of your heart. Your faithfulness in seasons when no one was watching. They witnessed your quiet prayers, your long nights of tears, and your choice to trust me anyway. And now, they stand encamped around you, ready to carry out divine orders and assist you in this weighty and sacred season. My child, the changes taking place in your skin are not signs of something strange. They are evidence of a spiritual transformation that has already been set in motion within you. The skin is only the surface, but I am using even that outer layer to proclaim something far greater. It is the veil covering a masterpiece in progressive soul being refined, a heart beating in rhythm with heaven. Again I say, when the signs begin to show clearly, you may notice unfamiliar looks from those around you. Some will question, some will be confused, some will criticize and judge without ceasing. But do not let the reactions of others determine the posture of your soul. I do not measure you by the approval of the world. I measure you by your obedience to the unique call I have placed upon your life. The angels know that waves of doubt will try to reach you like cold winds sweeping across young, tender faith, but they have been assigned to protect you from being shaken. They are not mere observers, they are guardians, encouragers, warriors fighting on your behalf in the unseen realm. When you feel exhausted, they will lift you up with wings of encouragement. When you lose clarity, they will realign your vision so that you do not forget the purpose you are pressing toward. This moment marks the beginning of a new chapter in which your divine mission will become increasingly visible. The changes in your skin are part of that preparation. You are not simply changing to adjust, you are being reshaped to become a living testimony of my power. Every shift, no matter how small, is a step closer to the purpose I have already ordained for your life. You may not fully understand the reason behind everything that is happening, but know this: within every change, there is a meticulous intervention from heaven. Not a single cell in your body shifts without my permission. I am restructuring you, not merely so that you may step into your destiny, but so that you may survive and prevail in the new environment I am establishing for you. Therefore, do not let uncertainty cause you to stop. Do not allow the skeptical eyes of others to make you turn back. Remember, you were not born to blend in with the crowd. You were set apart to stand out not for the sake of fame, but so that my glory might shine through you. Know this: the world may not understand, but I do. I see you. I know what you have endured. I see the pain you've hidden behind your smile. I know the questions you haven't dared to speak aloud. And I also see your faith fragile, yet never extinguished. That is what moves heaven. That is what caused me to choose you. My beloved child, walk forward in peace. Every mark upon your skin is a voice from the heavens, a wordless testimony that I am at work. A new season is calling your name. Doors are opening not by your strength, but by my power. Do not let memories of past failures hold you back. Do not let present hesitation make you retreat. I am the one who began a good work in you, and I will complete it in due time, in the way I have ordained, for the purpose I have chosen. And my child, even if the skies grow dark, even if your heart trembles, even if people change, the truth remains. I do not change. My love for you remains as whole and unwavering as it was in the beginning. I am doing a new thing within you, not so that you may stand out in the crowd, but so that you may become a dwelling place for my presence. And through you, the world will know that I am the living God, active, choosing, transforming, and loving still. My precious one, in the heights of heaven where light never wanes and holiness radiates endlessly. The angels are speaking of you with reverence and joy. They do not merely mention your name in passing, they speak of you as a star being awakened in the darkness. They see within you what even you may not fully recognize, a hidden greatness, a light slowly rising from within your soul, and a marvelous calling waiting to be revealed through your life. What is happening on your skin is no coincidence. It is the first stage of a sacred transformation I have long prepared. These surface changes are divine confirmations from heaven, a spiritual sign proclaiming that you are entering a new season. This is not a time of normalcy. This is a time when the consecration within you will begin to manifest little by little through every sign and detail. Know this: the outward transformation is but a humble reflection of a much deeper revolution taking place within you. Your spirit is maturing, your faith is being refined, and your heart is being purified to become a dwelling place for my glorious presence. This journey will not be easy, but I promise you will never have to walk through it alone. The angels who have been sent to accompany you are not there because you are weak, but because you are precious. They are present to ensure that every step you take is secure, every decision you make is guided, and every moment you feel shaken will be upheld. They are fully aware that you carry a great Mishona, sacred responsibility, and they have been commanded by me to guard you until you have fulfilled everything that was predestined for your life. Do not let the gaze of man cause you to doubt yourself. Human judgment is often limited by superficial perception. They may see something different in your skin and rush to a conclusion without understanding the sacred depth that is operating within. But I know, I see all of you both, what has already been revealed and what is still forming in quiet transformation. And I say to you today, you are loved, you are protected, and you are destined to walk into a greatness that does not come from man, but from me alone. The reactions of the world are not beyond my foresight. There will be whispers, skeptical glances, and even rejection. But these are nothing more than winds passing over the field, incapable of uprooting the seed I have planted deep within your heart. They are fleeting, momentary, and utterly powerless to shake the destiny I have decreed upon your life. Your skin, the outermost layer of your being, is changing, and that is only the beginning. What is truly being transformed is your soul. It is being elevated. It is expanding, and it is being prepared to receive a greater vision. You will no longer be confined to the old patterns. You will begin to see with new eyes, feel with a renewed heart, and act with understanding that flows from heaven. The journey ahead will not be without trials, but it will also not lack glory. And in every step you take, you will never have to carry the weight alone. My angels are watching your every movement. They are guarding your path, shielding you from unexpected blows, and breathing strength into you when you feel weak. They are not merely protectors. They are living evidence that heaven is actively and powerfully involved in your life. So, my beloved, keep walking forward. Do not let what your natural eyes see cause you to hesitate. Do not let the wandering voices from the outside make you forget the inner calling. You were not created to live a dim life. You were formed to carry light that does not come from the world, but from the eternal source, which is me. Trust this path, even if it seems unusual. Trust my timing, even when it doesn't arrive as you expected. And trust in yourself, the one I have chosen, the one I have called, and the one I am preparing to do what no one else can fulfill. I have appointed the time for all things, and everything that is unfolding is leading you closer to the sacred fulfillment I have ordained. My beloved child, engrave this unchanging truth into your heart, no matter what happens outwardly, no matter what unfamiliar sign your skin may bear. It is within your inner being that I am working most powerfully. What the eyes of man see is merely the outer layer of a far deeper process that only I and heaven fully comprehend. And in that process, nothing occurs outside of my meticulous oversight. I know transformation carries with it its own set of challenges. You are not only changing physically, but you are undergoing a metamorphosis in spirit, in emotion, and in perception. At times, it may leave you speechless. At other times, you may not even recognize yourself. But, my child, that is because you are no longer who you once were. I am rewriting you with love, with truth, and with glory. My beloved child, I want you to open your heart and receive what I am doing with gratitude and trust. Not every change will feel pleasant, but each one carries its own divine purpose. At times, I allow shaking to take place, not to harm you, but to awaken what has long lain dormant within you. The small things you once overlooked will now be illuminated and revived by my hand. Do not concern yourself too much with the reactions of others. They may look at your outer appearance and form conclusions based on what they see. But I do not look as man looks. I see into the depths of the heart. I know every movement of your soul. Others around you may be surprised. My question may even doubt, but they do not have the full picture that heaven sees. Therefore, I want you to remain in peace. Know this with certainty. The transformation you are experiencing is the result of a calling that originates from eternity. It does not come from external pressure, but from the power from above that is working within you. I am the one who planted that seed, and I am the one who is nurturing it day by day. No one else can stop what I have started. You only need to keep trusting and keep walking, even when the path is still unclear. My dear child, my angels, those who serve my purpose in your life, are watching over you day and night. They were there when you felt alone, when you wrestled with yourself, and when you no longer had the strength to pray. They lifted you with silent encouragement, and they are still guarding every step you take. The angels see the holy fire that is rising within you, and they know you are ready. They see your couragino, the kind that comes from being fearless, but the kind that chooses to walk forward even while trembling. And it is this very courage that makes heaven smile. This is the moment I am clothing you in a new garment, not one made of fabric or earthly acclaim, but a mantle of consecration. Your very skin is becoming living proof that you have been touched by my hand. I know there will be moments when you feel unworthy. I know there have been times when you've questioned whether you were truly chosen. But, my child, those very thoughts are a sign that you are walking the real path. For those I choose are always tested, always refined, always taken through deep transformation, not to wound them, but to make them strong in a way no human understanding can comprehend. Remember this, I do not choose the perfect, I choose the willing. And you, yes, you, responded to that call. You did not turn away when I whispered to your heart. You did not ignore me when I stirred your spirit. And now, I am rewarding that faithfulness with a new season in which you will see my faithfulness revealed in the clearest way. My beloved one, you do not need to understand everything. You only need to believe that I am the one working all things together for your eternal good. What I am doing within you far exceeds what you could ever imagine. This transformation is not the end, it is the beginning. From here, you will be led into depths you've only heard about until now. From here, you will become a voice for your generation, a living witness of my power and my goodness, and my beloved child, in all things. I ask you to always remember this: I have never left your side. My angels have never abandoned you. Your skin may change, but my love does not. The world may turn its back on you, but I remain gentle, steadfast, and unwavering. Engrave this truth upon your heart. You are loved with a love that surpasses all human understanding. You are cherished, not because of what you have done, but because of who you are, in my Isa child, bearing my image, destined for wonders beyond the reach of your imagination. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are certainly not a wandering soul. You are chosen, set apart from the crowd, uniquely beloved and purposefully formed. Child, the transformations you are experiencing are not aberrations. They have not come to harm you, but to make way for the future I have long ordained for you. Every shift, both outward and inward, carries with it a divine affirmation that you are moving ever closer to the fulfillment of your sacred destiny. Receive these changes with a steadfast heart. Do not resist my process. For it is not merely a journey of transformation, it is the journey of returning to the noble essence I placed within you from the very beginning. My child, the angels, your faithful companions, are not merely observers. They stand beside you, speaking to me about you with deep admiration. They mention your unwavering resolve, your strength cloaked in gentleness, and the sincere love you carry for life, for others, and for me. They see you not only as a human being, but as a spiritual warrior, a soul that has passed through the fire and still holds its light. O beloved, they see farther than your eyes can see. They have witnessed the door opening before you, the door that leads into a new season, where you are no longer bound by your past or the limits that once constrained you. They see clearly that you are ready, not because you have every answer, but because you have a heart that listens, a spirit that obeys, and a faith that does not easily waver. Therefore, my child, do not let fear take the place of faith. You are not walking alone, and you are not moving forward in darkness. You are wrapped in the light of my Lova light that is not dimmed by doubt and cannot be obscured by trial. No one, no situation, no force can block the path I have prepared for you. When I open a door, no one can shut it. Remember, what you are going through, having the things that feel strange, uncomfortable, or unwanted are not outside my sovereign rule, even when they confuse you, even when you cannot grasp the reason why. I am still there, working silently but powerfully. No trial reaches you without passing through my hand of permission. And if I allow it, then it carries a purpose not to destroy you, but to build you. I do not shape my vessels with ease. I do not prepare my chosen ones with paths that are smooth and untroubled. Those called to greatness must be refined by fire. And you, whom I have appointed for a mission beyond what your eyes now perceive, must learn to see adversity as a tool, not an obstacle. My precious one, there will be days when you do not understand what is happening. There will be moments when you feel like a stranger to yourself, to the reflection in the mirror. to the surge of emotions you never knew you carried. But remember this, I am not the author of confusion. I am the one who turns chaos into order, who uses darkness as the backdrop for the brilliance of light. In everything you go through, whether moments of joy or times of confusion, I am always near. There is not a single moment in which you have to carry the weight alone. My angels have been commanded to guard you, to remind you of the one who called you, and to lift you up every time you feel depleted of strength. Lift up your head. My beloved, nothing in your life is random. Every event is a link in a chain that is part of a plan far beyond human understanding. Strange circumstances, inexplicable timing, and unexplainable change. Each of these is being used to prepare the way for the greatness that will be revealed through you. Know this, I am shaping you not to resemble someone else, but to reflect the very image I have uniquely designed for you. And one day, when you look back, you will see that every tear, every moment of uncertainty, every step taken in darkness held within it a sacred purpose that I quietly sowed into your life. So, my child, trust in the process I am leading you through. Let me work within you with unwavering trust, without hesitation, and without fear. Something great is waiting ahead. And you, the chosen one who has been refined through fire, will not only witness it, you will live in the very fulfillment I have promised. My beloved child, I want you to know this from the deepest place in my heart. These trials are not punishments. They are not rejections. And they are certainly not signs that you've strayed from my will. On the contrary, I have allowed them because I know they are necessary. Do not mistake my silence for absence. I have never left you, not even for a moment, even when you could not feel my presence. In the darkest nights of your soul, in the days when it feels like you're fighting alone through raging storms, those are the times I am working most powerfully in your life. I have not forgotten you. I am refining you. It is just like dry, cracked ground that needs rain to soften again, or gold that requires fire to remove its impurities. You too must pass through difficult seasons so that your true essence may be revealed. You cannot grow into depth if life only brings ease. I allow adversity not to crush you, but to break off what must be removed and to establish within you a foundation that cannot be shaken. My child, you are like a growing tree, without wind, without rain. Your roots could not go deep, and your trunk could not reach upward. I do not desire for you to stand strong only in sunshine. I long for you to remain unshakable even in the storm. And that can only happen when I permit the winds to blow so that your roots may dig deeper, and your frame may not break when the fierce gusts arrive. Oh, my dear one, I see you. I know there are days you wake up with a heavy heart, facing things too vast, too unclear, and in your silence, you wonder, why me? And why now? I hear the cries that remain unspoken in your heart, the prayers that never reach your lips. And I want you to know this, nothing you go through is meaningless. No moment of pain is ever wasted. Every sorrow, every trial, every fall is part of the divine blueprint I am using to shape you into the more complete image I destined for you to become. My beloved child, when you feel overwhelmed, pause and remember this. You were not called to understand everything, you were called to trust. Trust in my timeless wisdom. Trust that while you see only a fragment, I see the whole picture. Trust that I overlook nothing, and no one held in. My hand is a work left unfinished. Know that there are things which only become clear when you look back. Some wounds will one day become the very places where my most radiant light breaks through. Some detours that seem meaningless now are actually the shortest paths to the destination I have chosen for you. Everything happens for a reason, even when that reason is beyond your current understanding. Do not let fear steal your vision. Do not allow temporary emotions to make you lose sight of an eternal faith. I never promised the road would be smooth, but I did promise that you would never walk it alone. I did not promise to shield you from all trials, but I guarantee that none of them will exceed what you can bear, for I am your strength in the midst of weakness. My child, I know your journey every step from where you began to the place you are meant to reach. I go before you to prepare the way. I walk beside you to uphold you. I follow behind to protect you, even when you cannot perceive my hand. Trust that I am moving, even when no clear answer seems to come. Know that I am still writing your story with perfect wisdom and unfailing love. My beloved, you may find yourself in a dark place right now, a place where everything that once felt certain now seems shrouded in doubt. But do not fear the darkness. Do not fear the days when light seems absent, for I remain your light. A light that cannot be extinguished by circumstances or shaken by the passing of time. Let me continue to lead you. Open your heart to receive the help of the angels I have sent. They are there to lift you when you grow weary, to whisper truth when your heart feels lost, and to testify that you are not forgotten among the billions of souls. They are with you, watching over you, walking with you, and marveling at your journey with deep reverence. Let not your current circumstances become a wall that blocks you, but rather a springboard that lifts you higher. See every challenge as an opportunity to deepen your faith, to refine your resolve, and to become who you truly are, the person I envisioned from the foundation of the world. In all things, my child, remember this: I am still here. You are being refined like gold in the fire, and the day will come when you shine brilliantly, not because of your outer appearance, but because of the radiance within you. When that day arrives, you will understand that every experience, every tear, every pain was drawing you closer to me. My beloved child, I know that along your journey, there will be moments when your heart is full of questions. You may wonder why I allow suffering, hardship, even loss to enter your life. But hear what I say to you today, in my eternal wisdom. Everything permitted to happen has always been part of the good plan I set in motion for you, long before your first cry ever filled the air. Trust me, even in the silence. Love me, even in the waiting. Walk with me, even in the dark. For I, the Lord your God, I am with you, and I am never done writing your story. I do not allow changes or events to take place in your life to hurt you or to make you lose hope, but to refine your spirit, to strengthen your faith, and to expand your spiritual vision. The trials you are going through are not obstacles sent to cause your downfall, but rather necessary stones in the process of building you into someone steadfast, mature, and resilient, according to the image I have predestined for you. They are tools I use to prepare your mind, your spirit, and your soul for a sacred purpose far beyond what you can currently comprehend. Do not be surprised or disheartened when strange things happen in your life, when circumstances suddenly shift, or when things that once felt secure become uncertain, for every one of these events is a precise step in the journey I wrote for you before the foundation of the world. My child, You may not understand right now why things are unfolding the way they are. You may feel lost in a sea of unanswered questions. But I want you to remember this. One day, when you look back, you will see that all the things which once left you confused were actually indispensable pieces in the grand design of your destiny. A design I painted uniquely for you. I do not work in the way you expect, and I do not respond according to the timeline you desire, but I am always working, and everything I do carries eternal value. For my ways are higher than your ways, and my wisdom far surpasses human understanding. I know there have been moments when you felt like I was distant, as though the heavens were closed and your prayers couldn't rise past the ceiling. But, my child, I have never turned my ear away from your sighs, never looked away from a single tear you shed. Even in the moments when you felt most alone, I was right there with you, tending to you in a quiet yet powerful way, intervening in the smallest details of your life without you even knowing. I am working in the things you cannot see, unraveling the knots you do not yet understand, and protecting you from dangers you do not even know you need protection from. Every time you feel my silence, it is not because I have forsaken you, but because I am patiently and perfectly orchestrating everything to unfold in its appointed time. My beloved, when trials find their way to you, and it seems as if the whole world has turned its back on you, when your heart is overwhelmed with doubt and pain, remember that it is in those very moments of deepest weakness that I become your greatest strength. I am the shield that guards you from invisible arrows, the solid wall that surrounds your soul, the safest place for you to fall when you no longer have the strength to walk forward. Come to me without fear, for I will never reject a broken heart that returns to me for refuge. I will wipe your tears, soothe your soul, and give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. Even if you must walk through the deepest valley of the shadow of death, even when light seems to vanish and your hope is reduced to a faint flicker still, I believe that I am there, not merely as the one who walks beside you, but as the one who carries you in my arms, so that the weight of your burden does not cause you to stumble. Trust in Menno, because you have seen every prayer answered the way you hoped, but because you know that I am faithful, that I have never broken a promise, never abandoned a single soul who placed their trust in me. Entrust to me all the things you do not understand. For the same hand that once formed the heavens and the earth is now the hand writing the next chapter of your story with a love that never changes. You don't need to have all the answers right now, but you do need to hold on to your faith, for it is that very faith that will guide you through uncharted territory, that will help you recognize my presence in every trembling step you take, no matter what you are facing. Engrave this truth upon your heart: I will never abandon you. No circumstance can separate you from my love. No door that closes can alter the good plans I have prepared for you. Everything you are going through is leading you toward the light in there. I am waiting for you, not with judgment, but with open arms, with unspeakable joy, because you did not give up, because you believed in me, even when there was nothing left to hold on to. But, my promise, you are the living proof of my eternal love, the living mark of a faith refined by fire, and I will not allow any trial you've endured to be in vain. I will complete the work I have begun in you, and you will see that every pain, every tear, every sacrifice will be exchanged for a glory far beyond anything you could have imagined. My beloved child, I know there are moments when you view life through a lens of doubt, when everything you once knew feels uncertain. when the things you trusted in seem to shake beneath the weight of trials and circumstances. You may wonder why I allowed such strange things to happen, why obstacles have appeared along your path, why dreams that seemed so close have suddenly slipped away, why the flame of hope was extinguished by an unexpected gust of wind. My child, I know that you have prayed for a peaceful and easy life, and I have not ignored those prayers. But I also know that true peace does not come from the absence of storms, but from the growth that happens within you as you walk through them. You would never learn to cling to me if you were never forced to let go of the things you once held on to. You would never learn to hear my whisper if your life were always filled with pleasant noise. The strange things you are experiencing are not random chaos, but deliberate chapters written into the sacred book of your life, a book for which I alone am the author. I allow change and hardship not to disappoint you, but to awaken a courage within you that you never knew existed. I allow you to face adversity not because I want to see you suffer, but because I know that in the midst of adversity, you will encounter me on a deeper level where you stop relying on your own ability, stop depending on the affirmation of others, and begin to place your trust entirely in the one who never changes. Every trial, whether small or great, carries within it a divine purpose even if you cannot understand it now. Even if the picture before you feels like scattered, disconnected pieces, you may feel as though I am far away, as though your prayers do not reach the heavens, as though everything you once believed in suddenly feels meaningless. But my silence is not abandonment. It is the sacred stillness where you learn to trust in my presence, even when you cannot hear my voice. Just as a teacher remains silent during a test, I remain near you, watching, guarding, and moving in ways your physical eyes have not yet seen. When you think you are fighting alone through a rugged path, it is then that I am carrying you on, my back across every uneven road. My child, I do not demand from you a flawless perfection. I am not looking for those who never fall. I am looking for those who are willing to rise, even after falling many times. I seek faithful heart souls who take refuge in me when the world turns away. You are one of those, not because you are strong, but because you keep returning to me. No matter what you have walked through, know this, my child, I did not create you to live a comfortable yet anonymous life. I destined you for a purpose, a mission that would set you apart as a bearer of light in the midst of darkness, a voice of hope when others lose heart, a vessel of kindness in a world drowning in hatred. But in order for you to fulfill that mission, I must first do a deeper work within your soul, removing what is false, healing the wounds that have long been hidden, and breaking the limitations you once placed upon yourself. And such transformation cannot happen in a life filled only with ease. It is through the collisions, the inner wrestlings, and the moments you thought you couldn't go on that the miracles begin to take root. My beloved one, when the storm is past, when you have embraced change with peace, you will no longer be who you once were. You will rise from the ashes with eyes that see deeper, with a heart that loves more fully, and with a soul no longer chained by fear or old judgments. You will no longer need the affirmation of others, for you will know that you are chosen, you are loved, and you are sent not by the world, but by me. You will understand that every change and every challenge was only temporary, that every closed door led to a greater opening, and that what seemed unjust was actually preparation for divine justice yet to be revealed. When you look back, you will see clearly that my hand was present in every detail, from the smallest to the greatest, You will no longer question my love, for it was in lack that you learned what supernatural provision means. It was in silence that you discovered how to listen with your spirit. It was in pain and transformation that you found the wellspring of true healing. So keep walking, even when the path ahead is unclear. Trust the calling that echoes from the depths within, a voice reminding you that you were created to rise, to press forward, and not to live a life of mediocrity or obscurity. You are stronger than you think, deeper than you once believed, and more loved than you could ever imagine. The angels are surrounding you not only to protect, but to remind you that you are not alone on this journey. I've already given you everything you need to finish your race: courage and wisdom, mercy and supernatural strength. Let this road, though rugged, become the path that leads you to true maturity. Do not seek escape from the trial. Rather, seek my presence in the midst of it. Do not be quick to ask me to calm the storm or halt the transformation. Instead, let me teach you how to remain in peace through every upheaval. Remember, what I am building within you carries eternal value. These are things that no time, no adversity, no one can ever take from you. You are called to live with gratitude, with courage, and with unshakable faith that everything unfolding is leading you to the place I have ordained, the place where you will be whole, radiant, and deeply aware that my love for you is deeper than every ocean and stronger than any foundation. My precious child, in the end, the trials will pass, the storms and transitions will fade, and you will emerge victorious. You will look back on this season and see how I used every hardship to prepare you for the purpose I have destined for you. You will understand that the strange and difficult things did not come to harm you, but to mature you. And in that moment, you will truly comprehend the depth of my love and the perfect wisdom woven into my plan for your life. So trust in me. Embrace this process as an essential part of your sacred journey. Live each day with a heart full of gratitude and eyes fixed on the light. For I am there not merely waiting for you at the end of the path, but walking with you through every step along the way, even in the silence. My love remains unwavering and present. My beloved child, trust the process and know that no matter what may happen, I am always by your side. I will never abandon you. You are never alone, and I will guide your every step along this journey. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can receive the words of life together. Build an unshakable faith and walk in the boundless love of the Lord. Amen.